Hey guys, welcome to my 2016 beauty favorites video. I am so excited to film this video. I've been making a list for a really long time. I hope I have everything. If for some reason I have forgotten a super big favorite, then I will include it in my January favorites and just mention it. Originally I wanted to do like top 16 of 2016, but I had a little bit more than 16 things to show you. And this is not going to be like a holy grail all-time favorite. It's not necessarily products that were new in 2016. It's just the ones that were maybe like my standouts. Obviously, I'm going to have some holy grail items that I may not show you that I talk about all the time, nurse madly, but these were just like my favorites of the year. They just stood out, maybe new to me, whatever. So, I have a lot of items. So you may want to pause this, get a drink or a snack, and then come back. But let's just get started. I will start with my favorite, probably one of my favorite categories, and that's lip products. And I have quite a few. And I will say that before I filmed this, and while I was making my list, I went through and I watched all my old favorites videos of the year to make sure there was nothing I forgot about. Because when you start this kind of video, everything that's like recent is what's on your mind. You know what I mean? You kind of forget about stuff you liked in February. And some of these might not have even been in favorites videos. They might have been stuff that I just kind of forgot to ever feature, but they were like standout big favorites. Okay, my favorite lip liner for the year. One more thing. I didn't necessarily pick something from every category, but it's the Chanel Natural Lip Liner. It is the most basic. I have it on my lips today. Goes with anything, kind of just, I don't want to say like nude because it's a little bit of a rosy nude, but it is just so nice. It gives just the subtle definition to where if you want just a little bit of something to stand out of your lips, I can wear it with nudes, I can wear it with red lips, I can wear it with anything. 9 times out of 10, I wear this with this, which is another one of my favorites. This is the Dior Lip Maximizer. And this is just the pale pink one. I probably used up half of this, which says a lot for me for a lip gloss. It is a lip gloss, but it's not one that I would put on top of, say, a lipstick to add shine. It's one I wear by myself. I don't want to say that it necessarily plumps up my lips, but it does something to kind of just make them look a little more like rejuvenated. Like it just like wakes them up. It gives them a little bit of an extra like a little something, and it's glossy. The pink shade is pretty undetectable, but it is just one of the prettiest lip looks. It's so easy, it's so everyday. I mean, this is just like my hands down lip combo of life. As far as repurchasing, I will repurchase this. I want to work through some other ones that are similar first. This one I will definitely repurchase. I know they have a beige version I'm tempted to try, and at one point they had a coral version. I don't know if that is all the time. And the lip balm version of this I do like, but I like this more because it doesn't give my lips that hot pink color. Okay, for lip colors I have 5. I'll try to start out with the ones that I featured earlier in the year. This is the NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss in beige. It is definitely not beige. It is pink. It's not too bright, too light, too dark. It's like that perfect, just pink color. If I don't know what I want to wear and I want a little bit of color to my lips, I love this. It has a bit of a cherry almond scent, so if you don't like that scent, stay away from it. I just really like it, and it's pretty pigmented to where it's almost like a lip lacquer. It definitely gives you some color. Another thing in the same vein is the Clinique Pop Lacquer in Wink Pop. And it's kind of like that lip lacquer texture too. It's very pigmented. It's almost like a liquid lipstick in the sense of it's that much coverage and pigmentation. This one's a little more of a cool tone baby pink than beige, but they're both on the pink side. I love this one. It's really, really good. Okay, and then 3 more, which are a lot newer, but they were big favorites of the year. So it's not necessarily stuff I loved all year long. It's stuff that were just like the biggest favorites of the year. This is on my lips today. It is the Too Faced Melted Matte in Child Star. I picked this up in the Sephora VIB sale, and I had mentioned, I was like, it's so similar to Anastasia Pure Hollywood that I almost didn't want to keep it, but I like it more than Pure Hollywood. Something about the tone is just a little bit better. I really like this. I mean, it is a nude, but it has color to it. I don't want to say it's a brownie nude, but a little more brown than like a peach. It's a matte liquid lipstick. I don't find it uncomfortable or overly drying. I put it actually over the Dior Addict lip gloss, so it has a little more slip than it usually would. Okay, next is the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in Bound. Love this so much. The texture of these is like butter, velvet. It feels so good on the lips. This color is like a Your Lips But Better rosy shade, but not too dark. If you are somebody that does not like dark lips, don't be put off by this, but it definitely has enough color to give you something. They have two nude shades. Unlaced, which is peachy, and Stripped, which is more like nudie brown. And I picked up Unlaced thinking I would love it. I haven't tried Stripped. Unlaced was so patchy and it didn't look good. So I don't know if maybe these translate better in a darker shade than a lighter shade. I don't know. This is the only color I have of this. I did return Unlaced. It did not look good on the lips. But I love this in Bound. It is so good. Every person I know that's picked this up loves it. Okay, and last but not least, this is the RMS Lip to Cheek in Diabolique. I've worn this in a few videos. In the pan, it looks really scary. It can be really light, almost kind of like that little bee stung look to your lips, or you can vamp it up and make it this dark. It can be worn on the cheek. I've never tried it on the cheek. It has coconut oil in it, which breaks me out, so I'm not going to try it on my cheeks, but I absolutely love it. It leaves a nice stain. It lasts forever. It is a really good product. And the packaging is just so pretty. So, okay. That was all for lips. Let's move on to eyes. Okay. I have a decent amount of stuff. Okay. First off, and I do want to apologize that a few items I'm going to show you today are limited edition. And I'm sorry, but these are my favorites and I wanted to stay true to that. Okay, I have been absolutely loving the MAC Paint Pot in Nubile. Came out a really long time ago. Mine is the same texture, consistency as everything as it ever was, so I'm going to keep going. I've been using this as an eye primer. I have really oily eyelids that crease, they're hooded, and I always have to use some form of a primer. I don't know, some MAC paint pots are that creamy kind and some are glittery. This is creamy, it has like a slight sheen. I have been loving this. So once I do finish this, I will definitely pick up another MAC paint pot and you just use it as an eye primer because it works so well, but yet it covers up any veins or discoloration you have in your eyelids, and it just gives it a little bit of a base color that's super pretty. Okay, 2 eyeliners. First off is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner Serum in Ultra Black. This is empty. I fished it out of my empties bag to show you. It's one of those brush tip liners. This is so good. It is so much better than the Kat Von D and the Stila, in my opinion. It was the eyeliner that actually taught me or helped me to do winged eyeliner. Now, the Stila is kind of good for that, but this is so much better. I love it. It's at the drugstore for around $9 to $10. A lot of times Physicians Formula has the little peel-off coupons on the package, or their buy one get one half off, or CVS even does like extra bucks. Pick this up if you have not tried it and you're a liquid liner person, especially if you're winged eyeliner challenge like myself. Try it. It is so good. The only thing I would change about it is if it was a little more matte. But other than that, it's perfect. Okay, the Chanel Eyeliner Stilo Waterproof in Eros 928. Do I have it on my lower lash line? No, I meant to put it on my lower lash line. I will do that right now. It is a red burgundy type shade. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not doing like close-ups or swatches. If you do not like red, you will not like this. It's a little, I guess, metallic-y, shimmery. It definitely has, it's not a matte shade. I have green eyes and it makes my eyes pop so nicely, especially when I'm wearing warm tone shadows and stuff like that. Is the red colors that are so popular, oranges, you know. I absolutely love this. When I was doing my Art Neutral Matte Palette look, 1 month my palette, I wore this a lot of time with the all matte looks and it just looked so good. Okay, speaking of, I have 2 eyeshadow palettes that were my favorites this year. No surprise. The Mario palette by Anastasia, so good. If you can get your hands on it, definitely do not pass it up. It is on the darker side, it's on the warmer side, but it has a few shades that could lean cool. So good. Specifically the shade Kim and Isabel are probably my favorites, but I love so many of them. I have a whole 1 month 1 palette on this if you are interested. And the Art Neutral Matte Palette. I did a 1 month 1 palette on this as well. If I can remember to link it, I will. This is such a good palette. When you look at it, I think it almost like draws you in to think it's warm because these stand out. But I would say it's pretty much warm, neutral, and cool. Few cools, but it definitely is there. It is a really good palette. It's standalone. It's a companion shade. If you think you're not good at eyeshadow, especially like really kind of defined looks, like I'm not good at. I'm one of those, like, I like a neutral color through the crease and a shadow on the lid. With that, I was able to really, I feel like, make looks. You know, a shadow on the lid, a little bit through the crease, a little bit in the outer corner, a little bit extra. I just felt like I was able to do a little more dimension and nicer looks than I usually do. It is so good. Okay, 2 more eye products. This is an empty. It's the Maybelline Colossal Spider Effect. I have it in the waterproof. I always wear a waterproof coat of mascara first to hold my curl. I really do want to try this in the regular because I would find myself wanting to pile it on but having to stop myself because it is waterproof. It has a funky little brush. If you don't like clumpy kind of mascaras, this comes to you a pretty dry formula. It's not wet at all. I loved it. It made my lashes look so good. Basically, 1 coat of this would do what so many mascaras can't do in like 4 coats. If you like things similar to me, check this out. It's at the drugstore. And then for brows, because if I'm going to do one thing each day, it's hard, but it's always going to be my brows. I have professed my love for the Benefit Gimme Brow many times on my channel, but the Glossier Boy Brow is even better. I have mine in the shade Brown. It's a better consistency. It's not quite so dry. Sometimes I find the Gimme Brow, it's almost like a little hard to work with. This is creamier and the color match is better and it's less expensive. I can use this by itself. Actually, I have on the Benefit Gimme Brow today is all. I don't have any brow pencil in. I didn't mean it to be that way. And if I had thought I was going to film, I would have used this one. But this does what this is, but even better. Absolutely love it. Okay. It is so windy outside. Okay, now for face makeup. And then we'll be on to like skincare and body care. So we're doing pretty good. I've had this. It's the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness. I've had this for a while and I've used it off and on. I don't know why I didn't stick with it, but this year I used the heck out of it. I'm almost empty and I have since repurchased a backup because I cannot be without it. That is all I have left. My only complaint is it's a little darker than my skin tone, so I couldn't wear it on its own. In the summer I could, but if it was lighter, I don't know if it would have as good a coverage either. I put this on my rosacea patches, which are right here before I do any makeup. If you don't know, I have rosacea. My skin is actually being a little reactive right now. I don't know if it's from the holidays and we were kind of sick. So recovering from an illness kind of makes, if you have stuff like that, then your body being sick, it will react to it. So anyways, It covers up the redness so nicely. If I didn't have this, I don't know what I would do as far as covering it up. It is so, so good. I don't use it anywhere but my rosacea patches. Some people, you may use it all over. They may use it as a foundation. I don't know. But if you have really hard to cover acne scars, rosacea, any kind of redness, check this out. I apply it with a Real Techniques eye brush that's, you know, that's synthetic, and I do such the smallest amount. This jar has lasted forever. I just go in those areas and blend it in, and it, I mean, I could go out with just that because it does such a good job. But my favorite foundation of the year, I've talked about it a ton, is the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Stick Foundation. I wear the shade 140, perfect match. This is all I have left of it. I've been using up other things and trying to use up things that aren't my favorites, but still, it's hard to keep myself from using this every day. I could finish it probably in January if I were to only use this. It is such good coverage, and I never hear anybody talk about this. I think I've heard maybe one other person. I used the liquid before and I really liked it, and I had been kind of curious about a stick, so when I saw they came out with this, I picked it up. It is so good. Please check this out. But it leaves my skin, it covers so nicely, but it doesn't look like I have cake face. It's more of like a soft kind of petal finish. I am wearing the Kat Von D foundation today, which if you apply it right, it doesn't look cakey, but if you were to see me face to face, you would see foundation on my face, where this looks a little more natural, but it's definitely a good coverage. I would say it's medium to medium full. I mean, it's good. Now, I did see one person, Casey Holmes, do a review on this, and she said it was really greasy. I don't understand that because I have pretty much normal skin, slightly combination with a little bit of dry patches, and I did not find it greasy at all. I could even get away without setting it if I wanted to. And my favorite foundation brush lately, especially to apply that, is the Real Techniques contour brush. It is dirty because I used it earlier today. It just, to me, it gives me the best coverage and blends in the foundation, and it's a dream. I love a beauty blender, especially for my concealer under my eyes, but it shears out my foundation a little more than I would like. Okay, and lastly for face, I have a blush, which is limited edition as well, but it has been hands down my favorite blush of the year, and it is MAC Cheek Pollen. You know, it's one of my blushes. I think it came out in the holiday collection last year, so if you can pick it up at a CCO, a blog sale, anything like that, it's kind of a nudie brown blush, but definitely on the warmer side. I am wearing it today. It just gives you that like definition to the cheeks, but without competing. I just like that kind of color on my cheeks. That's some darkness back there, I guess you could say. Okay, now on to skincare and then some body care. I don't know how long this video is going to be, guys. It's been a one. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I do have rosacea. I have the kind that's the bumps and the pustules, and it's really terrible. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, then you can definitely see the evolution of my skin. When I first started YouTube, I just had one tiny, I think it was this side, maybe this side, one tiny little patch, like right there, one of those sides. And it has since grown to be like this on both cheeks. One day, I'm kind of tempted to do like a foundation routine, a full coverage covering rosacea. If that's something you would be interested, let me know. And I've tried so many things. I've done all kinds of prescription things. I've done over-the-counter rosacea treatments. But sometime this year I was reading and researching, as I do a lot for any kind of new help. And I found this one blog, and she was talking about tea tree oil. And I talked about this in my most recent skincare video. And what she had done is she made a roller ball mixture. I need to make some more, as you can tell, of half and half, so equal parts of tea tree oil and I don't remember what oil she used, but I'm using the Desert Essence Pure Jojoba Oil. This is also the Desert Essence 100% Australian tea tree oil. And I just mix the two in the roller ball together. I like jojoba oil as a face. It's just a very good face oil. It's just very basic. It doesn't break me out. It's not overly thick. You could use whatever oil is your preference, whether it's argan oil, rose hip seed oil, any of that. I did use my Drunk Elephant marula oil in the tea tree in one of the rollerball mixes over the summer, and I didn't notice that it did any bit better, so I like to save that for all over. But I do think next time when I run out of this, I'm gonna purchase my Cebu oil again that I used to really love and see if it helps. I just roll this over my rosacea patches morning and night. It helps. It has made such a difference in my skin. If you go back and you watch my videos, probably June and earlier, from like last year through June, you can definitely see the texture and the ruddiness. Now, I have been wearing my Bye Bye Redness a little bit more, but you can definitely see a difference in my skin. It has taken the redness out a little bit. It has taken the pustules to where they are almost non-existent. I have a little bit of bumps right now. I think it's probably because I was sick. It has made such an improvement in my skin. If you suffer from rosacea, please give this a try. It took maybe like 2 to 3 weeks to really tell. Watch that video if you want to know more about it. But I did at the beginning apply it multiple times throughout the day to really get it good and started. It is amazing. And then another newer discovery, which is something I had been wanting to try for a really long time, but I was put off because of the price. It's the May Lindstrom, the Blue Cocoon. This is a deluxe size I got from Integrity Botanics website, I think. So if you want to try it, definitely, or try the Detox Market. You can get a smaller sample for less. It is a blue balm. Blue tansy is one of the ingredients. I don't know what else. It smells freaking amazing. The May Lindstrom product, it's definitely pricey, but it's like a real good calming healing balm. So some days I do the tea tree oil, some days I do this. Lately, since my skin's been a little more rough, I've been doing a mix of the two. Anytime my skin is irritated, if I put this on it, it just calms it down so much. If you're looking for a moisturizing balm for the price, I wouldn't recommend that one. If you're looking for it for healing and calming, definitely try it. And the smell is amazing, but I will have to pick up the full size one day. I'm just dreading it. Okay, last but not least, 2 lip balms. These are both empty. I used this one earlier in the year. It's the C.O. Bigelow, my favorite night balm. I love this. It is so thick and moisturizing. It smells nice. I love the tube and the applicator. Love it. You can pick it up at Bath & Body Works for, I'm seeing if the price tag's on it, maybe like $5, $8, I don't know. Great. And then this I discovered later in the year. It's the Jouer Essential Lip Enhancer. This is a lot thinner. It's more of like an oily serum. To me, this just piles on the balm to give you like a protective layer that's thicker. This is more healing. I don't necessarily love the texture. It doesn't leave my lips feeling like, ooh, I have a good thick layer of balm on. I think it's rosy scented too. Rose scented. Yeah, it's kind of rose scented. But it heals your lips. I watched somebody and they said if you use it like 3 times a day for 29 days, it does something. But I definitely use this a few times a day for quite a while, and I could tell such an improvement. I have another one, but it is something I will definitely have to repurchase. This one too. I think this is something I need to always have on hand. Even if I have other lip balms, I think this is one I want to always have because it just really helps heal your lips. If you have lip issues, definitely look into that one. Okay, we are nearing the finish line. I feel like I've been talking forever. I'm definitely needing a drink. Now we're to body care. Okay, this I dug out of my empties. it's just the conditioner, but it's the Alterna Caviar Replenishing Moisture Shampoo and Conditioner. I went through a full size earlier in the year, and then I recently went through the mini size. I love this so much. I can tell such a difference in my hair when I'm using it. It is so much softer, smoother, easier to comb out, everything. I absolutely love this. If you want just a really good hydrating, just luxurious shampoo and conditioner, it is worth a shot. It is free of parabens, sulfates, phthalates, and synthetic color. It is definitely on the pricier end, but it is so worth picking up. Okay. Okay, this I also finished one earlier in the year. I had a second one in back stock, so this is the one I'm showing you. It's the Bath & Body Works Aromatherapy Stress Relief Sandalwood Rose Body Wash and Foam Bath. I don't want to get the lotion. I'm worried it may be a little too rosy and florally. Oh my gosh, in the shower this smells freaking unreal. It is not something I think that's always available. It comes out around the semi-annual sale time, so this may be a time to check it out, but it's on the website a lot too. I definitely think you should pick it up. It smells so good. It's not too strong floral. It is great stuff. Okay, another thing from Bath & Body Works that is definitely worth checking out now that it's the semi-annual sale. It's the Beach Night Scent Summer Marshmallow. This is the body splash. I used the body cream and the shower gel up over the summer. I still have the body splash, obviously. It smells so good. I hope they bring this back every year. You smell the marshmallow. You smell kind of like the salty air. So it's kind of like a clean, fresh marshmallow, if that makes any sense. It is so good. Love it. I need to get to the semi-annual sale actually and see if they have any more. I would like another body cream and maybe a body wash. Love it. And my husband actually used some of the body wash too. He said it was so good. Okay. L'Occitane Dry Skin Foot Cream, Shea Butter 15%. I don't use this all the time. I've used quite a good bit, but I still have a decent amount left. It smells lavenderish. It is so relaxing to your feet. At the end of a hard day, when you're just so ready to get off your feet and relax, it's moisturizing. It kind of cools them. It makes them just feel so refreshed and relaxed. I definitely think if you are looking for something luxurious or a treat or somebody a gift, this is definitely worth checking out. It's just such a treat to use at the end of the day. Okay, and last but not least, eye gels. These are two of my favorites. This is the Honest Hazel eye gels. I got these from Beauty Habit, which I saw Anthropology Online carries them as well, which is really random, but you know, worth checking out. And the Skin Iceland. These were the first ones I really got into. I got this on Birchbox. I think Ulta carries it as well. I've since tried a few other brands, but these are my two favorites. They are such another treat. I like to put them on my under eyes either in the morning after I've had, say, a lack of sleep with the young children, or you were crying the night before, or if you want to just relax after the end of a hard day. They're so soothing. I really like the ones that are gel. This one has gel on a fabric coating, so it stays on your eyes a little bit more. The Honest Hazel ones are strictly gel. I do like to keep a pack in the fridge sometimes to pop on in the morning. I just love them. They are just, pick up some. These I think are $12 for 3. The Boscia Saki ones are around the price point too. This is a little bit more, but you get 8. But I definitely think it's worth trying some. I have a pack of the Sephora ones, but I haven't tried those yet, so I can't recommend those. I think those are a little more fabric-y instead of the pure gel ones. So, they're just one of those really soothing kind of things. I love them. I try to do maybe once to twice a month. I do a set of the eye gels. So anyways, that is all. It was a super long favorites video. I may list the stuff, I may not. It just depends how much time I have on my hands. I think I'm going to try and upload this video before the end of the year. It is New Year's in a few days. Today is the 29th. So I'll try to get it up either today or tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have picked up any of these things on my recommendation, let me know if you liked them as much as I do. I love to hear you say that. It makes me feel so good that you enjoy the same things. I definitely don't like to recommend something, somebody get it and then not like it. That's terrible. So anyways, that is all. I will let you guys go. I hope you have a great 2017. I hope 2016 wasn't as terrible as it was for some people, but I'm excited to see what the new year brings. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.